today you're here with Dr. Lee. We would like to thank him for, we appreciate him spending time with us. I would like to ask him the question of utmost importance. In what way do you define respecting yourself?
Okay, I'm not ready for this question, but respect myself. I think I respect myself by being responsible for how I manage my time and how I interact with other people. So it deals with time. So for example, if I promise someone that I'll meet the person so and so at this time, I think to respect myself is to hold on to the integrity. So I try to keep at it. So that's just one example.
Alright, thank you very much. Your response is very much appreciated.
Thank you.
So here we are interviewing Mr. Terence.
Hi, I'm Terence.
So Mr. Terence, how do you define respect yourself?
To me, respecting oneself means that you be appreciative towards what your parents have given you. For example, do not be involved in mischievous doings like play truants, disrespectful towards others. So as a show and good example of what you would expect from others to behave, basically. Yeah, so I think that's my definition.
You respect yourself, so
Yes, I try very best to live the fullest of every day from my life. So I work hard and I try to influence others around me by working very diligently. For example, I have 2 classes in MCKL and I give them my best. So that's how I show it.
thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So today we are here with Mr. Asa and I have a couple of questions for him. So sir, do you respect yourself?
Yes, obviously.
I'd like to ask you, in what ways do you respect yourself? We are all curious to know.
Okay, I mean, when you look at the concept of self-respect, right, then you got to ask yourself, what is it that you owe yourself, right, as a human being, right? Now, I would think that the first thing that you need to ask yourself is, what am I here for, right? So obviously, all of us, we're born to this earth, with a certain set of gifts, right? We have certain strengths. At the same time, we have certain weaknesses as well. So I would think that in order to respect yourself fully, you need to first know yourself, right? You need to know what you're about as a person in terms of your strengths. So you need to leverage your strengths. So for example, if I see myself as somebody who is gifted linguistically, right? Because I teach English literature and I've always been very good with the English language, then in order to respect myself, right, I need to make sure that I'm always doing something to improve myself, in terms of how I express myself using the English language, right? So if you were to ask me how do I do this on a daily basis, then I respect myself by reading, right? I always read stuff in English in order to improve my knowledge about my subject, because I teach English literature, so I need to keep reading about poetry, about drama, about novels. And I also respect myself because given what I've read, I also try to express myself by writing, right? So I write poetry, and the more I write poetry, the more I appreciate how difficult it is, for poets, right? For people who study literature, right? who write literature, and how difficult it is for them to express ideas in such a beautiful way, right? So I think for people, we need to always work on something that is precious to us, and it's different for everybody. For me, maybe it's poetry, right? Maybe for you, maybe you are gifted when it comes to something more physical. Maybe you're an athlete, right? So I think it's very, very important that whatever it is that you're gifted with, you have to always keep working on it. Don't take it for granted. Don't be complacent. And if you keep working on this, then I would say that that's one way in which you can respect yourself.
Alright, thank you very much. Your opinion is much appreciated.
Okay, thank you.